Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mr. English Pod. My name is James.
And I'm Emma. We are so happy you are here to learn English with us.
That's right. Before we start, if you like our podcast, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot.
Before we get started, we want to give you some friendly advice on how to use this podcast to improve your English.
Yes, that's a great idea. Our first tip is don't worry about understanding every single word. It's okay if you only understand the main ideas.
Another great tip is to listen to the episode more than once. The first time, just listen. The second time, you can try to repeat some of the useful phrases you hear. Saying the words out loud is great practice. That's great advice, James. So, what are we talking about today?
Today, we are going on a trip. We are talking about visiting America, and specifically, New York City.
Oh, New York City! That is so exciting. We will use simple English so everyone can understand.
Exactly. This will be a slow, easy conversation. Let's begin. So, Emma, imagine you are arriving in America for the first time. You get off the airplane. What is the first thing you see?
The first thing is the airport. In New York, it is probably JFK Airport. It is very big and very busy. There are many people from all over the world.
Right? A big, busy airport. And after you walk for a little bit, you have to go through immigration.
Immigration. This is where they check your passport. The officer might ask you some simple questions.
Yes. For example, the officer might say, "Hello, your passport, please."
And you can say, "Here you are."
Then the officer could ask, "What is the purpose of your visit?" This means, "Why are you here?" That's a very important question. The officer wants to know your reason for visiting. It's important to be honest and clear.
A simple answer is, "I am here for a vacation," or "I am here to visit family."
Good. The officer might also ask, "Where are you staying?" You should have the address of your hotel or the place you are visiting ready.
That's very good advice. It is best to have all your documents ready. It makes the process faster and less stressful.
Exactly. Keep your answers short and simple. It's the best way. After immigration, you need to find your luggage.
Right. You go to a place called baggage claim. You look for your suitcase on the moving belt.
And once you have your bags, you can finally leave the airport and go to the city.
That's the exciting part. So, how do you get from the airport to your hotel in New York?
There are a few options. Many people take a famous yellow taxi. It's easy. You just tell the driver your address.
That sounds simple. What about the subway?
The subway is a great option too. It is cheaper than a taxi. It can be a little confusing at first, but it is a real New York experience.
Okay, so let's talk more about the subway. Many big cities have them. Is the New York subway easy to use for a visitor?
I think so. You need to buy a ticket called a Metro card. You can buy it from a machine. Then you look at the map to find your train.
What if you are lost? What if you don't know which train to take?
That's a great question. It's okay to ask for help. New Yorkers look busy, but they are often happy to help.
Okay, so you can ask someone?
Yes, you can say, "Excuse me, does this train go to Times Square?" It's a simple way to ask.
And they will say yes or no. That's very helpful. A simple conversation can make a big difference.
You know, that reminds me of a story. The first time I took the subway in New York, I got a little lost. I wanted to go to Brooklyn, but I got on the wrong train. Exactly. So you've taken the subway and arrived at your hotel. The next step is to check in.
Yes, let's talk about that. When you arrive at the hotel, you go to the front desk, also called reception. The person working there is the receptionist.
Walking is one of the best ways to see New York. You can see so many things, and you can visit beautiful places like Central Park.
Central Park is wonderful. A big green park in the middle of a huge city.
It is, and all that walking makes you hungry. So, let's talk about food.
Yes. New York has so many kinds of food. We talked about restaurants, but what about something faster and more casual?
That's a great question. Besides restaurants, New York is famous for its street food. You will see many food carts on the sidewalks. That's a great question. Besides restaurants, New York is famous for its street food. You will see many food carts on the sidewalks.
Oh, yes, street food, like a hot dog stand.
Exactly. It's a classic New York experience. Ordering is very fast and simple. You walk up to the cart and say, "Can I get a hot dog, please?"
The person selling the hot dogs might ask, "What would you like on it?" This means what toppings, like mustard or ketchup.
They might say, "Sure. Anything else?" If you don't want anything else, you can say, "No, thank you."
And then they tell you the price. That will be $3.
That's it. Very easy. In a restaurant where you sit down, a waiter or waitress will come to your table. They will give you a menu and ask, "Are you ready to order?"
Right. And one important thing about restaurants in America is tipping.
Ah, yes. Tipping is very important. Can you explain what a tip is, Emma?
Of course. A tip is extra money you give to the waiter or waitress for their service. It is polite and normal to leave a tip in America.
That's a very helpful piece of advice for visitors. And after you have eaten, you will want to see the famous sights. New York is full of them.
Definitely. And maybe the most famous sight of all is Times Square. It's hard to describe if you have never been there.
Exactly. After eating, let's talk about one of the most famous places in New York City, Times Square. It's a must-see for most visitors. So, Emma, what are some first impressions of New York? What is the feeling of the city?
My first impression is that it is very fast. The pace of life is quick. Everyone is walking fast and seems to have a place to go.
I agree. It's a very energetic city. What about the people?
The people are from everywhere. It's a very diverse city. You can hear many different languages on the street. It's really interesting.
It is. And because it's so diverse, people are usually open and understanding. This is good for English learners.
That's a good point. People will not be angry if your English is not perfect.
Exactly. This brings us to some advice. My first piece of advice for English learners visiting America is, don't be afraid to speak.
That is the most important thing. It is okay to make mistakes. That is how you learn.
Practice your English in real situations. Order your own coffee. Ask for directions. It's a great opportunity.
I agree completely. Another piece of advice is to learn a few polite phrases. Things like please, thank you, and excuse me.
Yes, those are very useful. Another good one is, "I'm sorry, I don't understand." People will be happy to speak more slowly or explain again.
That's right. And what about shopping? Buying a souvenir, for example.
Shopping is also a good chance to practice. You can ask a simple question like, "How much is this?"
The person in the shop will answer, "It's $10.
And you can say, "Okay, I'll take it." See? Simple conversations are everywhere.
It really is the best way to improve. Just try. Every small conversation is a success.
I think so too. So New York is big, fast, and exciting, but it's also a friendly place for someone learning English. Well, our time is almost up for today. Before we say goodbye, let's do a quick summary of what we learned.
That's a great idea, James. A quick review can be very helpful.
First, we talked about arriving at the airport. Remember the phrase, "What is the purpose of your visit?" We also mentioned looking for the baggage claim to find your suitcases.
Then, for ordering food, a simple and polite phrase is, "Can I have a please?" We also explained that tipping is normal and polite in American restaurants, and we shared some advice for using your English in real life. We hope it was helpful for you.
Thank you so much for listening to Mr. English Pod.
And one more time, if you enjoy our podcast, please subscribe. It helps our channel grow so more people can find us and learn English.
That's right. Keep practicing your English every day. Even just a little bit helps.
You are doing a great job. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.